All right. Okay, you're ready to go.
All right, so I'd like to call this Parking Commission meeting to order pursuant to revised Missouri State Statute 82487. Ms. Ali, can you please take the roll? We don't have Connie on here. Where'd Connie go?
Let me go check on her.
Okay,
She was on.
for the sake of time, I'll take the roll and take notes as we go through and get the votes. So let's see. All right, first we'll go with Mr. Freeman.
Present.
Ms. Williams,
Present.
Alderwoman Tyus, Ms. Kenner, or I guess Comptroller Green.
Proxy for Comptroller Darlene Green. Present.
Right, and Treasurer Lane present. All right, so the next order of business is approval of the December 20th, 2022 agenda or meeting minutes. So I will entertain a motion for the approval of those minutes.
So moved.
Second, Williams.
So it's been properly moved by Ms. Kenner, properly seconded by Ms. Williams. I'll take the roll. Mr. Freeman,
Aye.
Ms. Williams,
Aye.
Alderwoman Tyus, Proxy Kenner,
Aye.
and myself, aye. All right, so the minutes are approved. Now we have some old business. So we have attendees just in case there are questions, but we have finalized the parking permit agreement for the Regional Arts Commission. As we all know, that took some time, but we were able to sit down. So I sat down with Ms. Cooksey and Mr. Maston. So we sat down at the Regional Arts Commission. We were able to talk about just all the factors surrounding the situation and come to an agreement. That agreement is for 4 spots instead of the 6 spots, and instead of 24-hour spots, 7 days a week, it will go from 7:30 to 9:45, I believe, or 9:30. I know it's in the agreement that was sent, but it'll go from about 7 a.m. to about 9:30 or 9:45 p.m. And that would be for 4 spots directly in front of that building. We also got approval, and I can share my screen and bring that up because he is not able to attend, but approval from the alderman get up here, per the guidelines and statutes. So we were able to send 9:30 p. So we were able to send this to the alderman. He said that he approved. I'm sure all commissioners are able to see that approval. That's about see that approval. And then I can entertain any questions, and then I'll also entertain a motion to approve the contract as revised.
So the only revisions that we're putting is the number of spaces and the time.
Yep, spaces and time. So from 6 24-hour to 4 within those time parameters.
Okay.
So my last question is, and thank you for the getting this additional information. Would it be a difference in cost now? Because the last agreement had a cost associated with 6 spots, and now that we're dropping to 4, as well as a shorter period of time, would that be a change in the cost that they would pay?
It should be, but I will defer to Mr. Freeman for that answer.
Yes, it will be a difference in cost, so we'll have to make an addendum to the original agreement. And then RAC can do one of two things. They can either ask for their money back or apply it to next year's cost. So, yeah.
Well, motion to approve the agreement with the revisions and the addendum in costs.
Second.
So it's been moved by Ms. Williams, seconded by Mr. Freeman. Ms. Ali, can you please take the roll?
Commissioner Tyus. Commissioner Green,
Aye.
Commissioner Williams,
Aye.
Commissioner Freeman,
Aye.
Chairman Lane.
Next order of business, new business, so a parking permit agreement with KSDK. I'll pass this one over to you, Shirley.
Treasurer, we do have some attendees that we
Okay,
would
to
like
speak
to
for.
admit to speak from KSDK, and that is Miss Alicia Elsner
Okay,
and Tim Duffin.
all right, I will bring them in.
And Lenny, there's also a Nicole Belford. Is she with KSDK also?
I believe she's with RAC. So
Okay.
So Shirley, would you like us to say something or what? How do we do this? So this is our first meeting, sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for participating. Commissioner Freeman, would you go ahead and let the board know about the agreement and the stipulations?
So KSDK came to us with a issue that they needed help with. So the way we're going to help them is we're going to do a parking permit at 1037 Walnut. It's basically right in front of their building on Walnut for 3 of their employees at $50 a month per space. Shirley reached out to Alderman Coder and he is okay with this. And I think he just sent the signature page, Shirley, to us. So yeah, he's okay with it.
Great. And just to give a little bit more information, KSDK had some concerns about their employees that work overnight and safety concerns. So these 3 spots are directly in front of the building where they're at. And they also have a security officer in their building. So that way they can better assist their staff with safety when, coming and leaving work.
Yeah, I mean, I could just illustrate just a little bit more. So although we have an attached garage to our building, which many of you are like probably scratching your head saying, why do you need more parking? We do not manage that parking garage. It is managed by our next door neighbors at the Tin Tin building. And so we have only probably 12 or 15 spots that we utilize on a daily basis inside our building. We have 140 employees. We are also a 24/7 news operation. So we have individuals who are coming into our building at 10 p.m. at night to get prepared for the morning show. We also have employees that are here until 11 o'clock at night, wrapping up our 10 p.m. broadcast. So we have endured some security issues, some safety concerns. We had a vehicle, one of our employees had a vehicle stolen out of the couple's garage. We had a vehicle stolen right outside on Walnut in this exact metered position that we're speaking of. And we have some really, strong concerns about our employees as they're walking around in downtown St. Louis late at night and early in the morning. So this would just give us a little bit of an extra support. The meter that we're asking permission on, it is, as Shirley mentioned, right outside of our entry point where employees enter our building to go inside to our newsroom. And we were only asking for this special dispensation or special approval in the hours of 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So it would be metered, it would show, you know, obviously like a parking permitted only area, and we would utilize this for only 3 of our employees. And we would ask for your support, as we will be soon to be the only, you know, downtown television station located in downtown St. Louis. So we're really a very unique animal in many regards, and I can expand upon that as much or as little as you'd like.
Thank you, Ms. Elsner. I don't know if Tim, you wanted to speak or anything.
No, I think Alicia covered everything that I was going to mention.
All right. We'll take any questions from any of our commissioners. We'll start with Mr. Freeman.
No questions.
Ms. Williams,
No questions for me, and thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
Ms. Kenner,
No questions at this time. And thank you also.
Thank you.
and no questions for me, as I am intimately familiar. All right, so I will entertain a motion to approve the agreement as presented.
Motion to approve KSDK agreement.
Second, Williams.
It's been moved by Mr. Freeman, seconded by Ms. Williams. Ms. Ali, can you take the roll?
Commissioner Tyus, Proxy Kenner,
Aye.
Commissioner Williams,
Aye.
Commissioner Freeman,
Aye.
Chairman Lane.
Aye. So that agreement is approved. Thank you, Alicia and Tim. You're more than welcome to stay, but you don't have to.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Look
Thank
for the
you.
paperwork from Lenny. Thank you, Lenny, for everything that you've done to help us. Take care.
All right, so the next item is the administrative hearing officer's contract. Shirley, if you want to present that.
Sure. Thank you, Chairman Lane. As you all know, we issued an RFP, I believe it was last September. We were interested in finding or receiving responses from individual attorneys that were interested in serving as administrative hearing officers in our Parking Violations Bureau. We currently have 3 officers. Their contract had expired a few months back, and we've been doing monthly extensions. So the RFP was issued. We created a selection committee, and that committee consisted of myself, Miss Latanya Kenner with the Comptroller's Office, and also Miss Sheena Hamilton, the City Councilor. So we did meet this week a couple times to interview the candidates and also to discuss their qualifications. And the selection committee has recommended that we extend contract offers to 3 individuals. First one being Karma Edwards. Karma is she's in private practice. She has been serving as a administrative hearing officer for, I believe, three years now. Second one is William Douthit. Mr. Douthit is also in private practice. He too has been serving as an hearing officer since, I believe, 2003. And our last selection is Miss Liesel King Williams. And Miss Williams, she is counsel for Fathers and Family Support Center, and she also has a private practice. So we have those 3 individuals that we would like to offer contracted employment to. I have provided you all with the contract in the email yesterday. The contract includes language that it is a year contract with 2 additional options to renew for 12 months. So I would like to revise that, and I would like the initial term to be 2 years instead of 1 year. So a 2-year contract with 1 additional 12-month term. And for that additional 12-month term, I am requesting that we allow for a 5% increase to the rate of pay. The initial rate of pay is $100 an hour. So I have, like I said, provided you all with the contracts. I would like to seek approval so that we can move forward. Our current contracts end on February the 3rd. So I would like to get these effective as soon as possible. Still need to provide the contract to the city councilor's office for review and approve as to form. Any questions? And I would like to take a minute to thank Ms. Kenner and also Ms. Hamilton for their time and commitment for this process.
You're welcome, Shirley.
All right, we'll go around with questions. Mr. Freeman?
No questions.
Okay, Ms. Williams?
No questions.
Kenner?
No questions. Just want to make a statement that I feel very confident that we have selected 3 excellent hearing officers for the parking division, City of St. Louis.
Excellent, excellent. All right, so I will entertain a motion to approve the contracts for the administrative hearing officers.
Motion to approve, Williams.
Second,
It's been moved by Ms. Williams, seconded by Ms. Kenner. Ms. Ali, can you take the roll, please?
Commissioner Tyus, Proxy Kenner,
aye.
Commissioner Williams,
Aye.
Commissioner Freeman,
Aye.
Chairman Lane.
Aye. All right, so that is approved. So I will also entertain a motion to adjourn this meeting before we move into our next one.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have the motion on the table by Mr. Freeman, second by Ms. Williams. I'll call for previous roll. Any objection to previous roll? All right, so we are adjourned. All right, don't go anywhere just yet. All right. Still good. We have everything we need. Okay. All right, so I will call the meeting of the City of St. Louis Parking Commission Finance Corporation Board of Directors meeting to order pursuant to revised Missouri State Statute 82487. Ms. Ali, can you please take the roll?
Commissioner Tyus, Proxy Kenner,
Aye. Present.
Present.
Commissioner Freeman,
Present.
Chairman Lane.
Present. First order of business is approval of the 9/22/22 meeting minutes. I will entertain a motion to approve those minutes.
Motion to approve the minutes.
Second, Williams.
It's been moved by Mr. Freeman, second by Ms. Williams. Ms. Ali, can you take the roll, please?
Commissioner Tyus, Proxy Kenner,
Aye.
Commissioner Williams,
Aye.
Commissioner Freeman,
Aye.
Chairman Lane.
Aye. The next, some old business of the bylaw revisions and amendments. I know you've been working hard on this, Shirley. You want to give us a rundown?
Sure. So if you recall, late last year, we provided you with some suggested revisions to our corporation bylaws. The bylaws were from 2003. So just wanted to update, including allowing for virtual meetings and just kind of streamlining some of the positions, the office holders to what actually exists here within the parking division, and also just kind of updating the meeting schedule. The Comptroller's Office Council has reviewed those revisions, and Council has additional revisions, which were recently received. So I'm just asking for some additional time. I'd like to review those revisions. And once again, I'm working with Ms. Kenner on this matter. And so hopefully the next time this board meets, we will have suggested revised bylaws.
All right, thank you, Shirley. So we're not taking a vote on that at this time, correct?
Correct.
Right, thank you. I'll entertain any questions, comments. We'll start with my order changed. All right, Ms. Williams.
No comments, no questions.
All right, Mr. Freeman,
No comments or questions.
Ms. Kenner.
No comment.
All right. All right, so we'll move to our last agenda items, the couple's parking garage sewer easements.
Yes, Treasurer, we have some attendees that need to be admitted. The 3 attendees that you see are all here to testify and answer any questions that the board may have.
Sounds good.
And if I might just introduce the matter, I emailed all the directors on January the 9th, kind of explaining why this is necessary. But the developers down at the property that we sold about 1.5 years ago, the 1014 Spruce property, which is adjacent to our couple's garage, they ran into an issue when they began digging for the sewer. They ran into some old steam pipes that they were not aware were there. And so they have proposed to run a new sewer line. They've been in contact with MSD to run a new main line directly between the residential building that's there and our couple's garage. Right now, it's just kind of a walkway between our garage doors to 10th Street. So they're proposing to run a sewer line there and then also a private, sewer lateral to their building. With us today, we have Brian Early, who is our facilities director, who is in constant communication with both the developer and the contractors. We also have Mr. Tom Callahan. He is with Balboa, who's the developer. And we have Chris Lepley and Adam Siebert with Brinkman Contractors.
And before we get to our guests, I do want to, just based on what Shirley's already said, see if there are any questions from our commissioners. I know Lenny's pretty familiar with this, but Ms. Williams or Ms. Kenner, I know we might have lost Ms. Kenner, and that's okay. But just want to see if there are any questions that you all have based on what Shirley said, and then we'll hear from our guests. All right. Adam, Chris, and Tom, I don't know who would like to start, but the floor is yours.
And
Thank you.
if possible, I'm sorry, Tom, if possible, can you turn on your cameras?
Yeah, let me see. You can hear me correctly, right?
We can hear you, yep.
But for whatever reason, the camera option's not coming up. Apologies. I'm not sure why the camera option isn't showing.
Adam or Chris, do you all have a camera option too? Because if not, it might be the way that we have you set up as attendees, but I'm not sure.
It's the way the meeting's set up.
It is, okay.
You just allowed them to talk, not turn on their camera.
I see. So what I know what I can do. I'll just promote you to advance.
That's correct.
All right. Learned something new today. All right, so you should be able to come home. There should be that option popping up now. But you still don't see it. Oh, wait, no, I didn't do it right. Okay. Perfect. Okay.
Okay, great. Well, nice to see you, and appreciate everyone's time this morning. I guess just to kind of recap what Shirley just said, we've appreciated the partnership on our development, and we're excited to bring the project to life around this time next year. Unfortunately, as most of when kind of in the initial excavation, and we hit some unanticipated utility lines that we had to work around. And Adam from Brinkman can give you some details around our solution moving forward. But we've tried to construct this in a way that is not burdensome on the parking garage. And we're paying for the infrastructure to tap into the main on 10th Street, and are prepared to commence that work in the next few weeks. So Adam, I don't know if there's anything else you want to talk through in terms of the logistics, but we very much appreciate the Parking Commission's help in kind of solving this problem.
Yeah, logistically wise, installation of the the sanitary line down through Spruce Street just did not become feasible with the amount of utilities that are present. And unfortunately, there's only one direction we can go to tie in. And with Spruce just not being a possible choice, the only viable option was going between the residential building and the garage. I believe we've worked through all the details with structural engineer, with MSD, without any issues there. We'll coordinate directly with the parking garage and the residential building, just as we have up to this point on installation plans and methods. So I don't know if you have any questions as far as what the actual scope is, but really it's just running a single line through between the two buildings and tying in at 10th Street, right where it opens up.
Any other comments or information on you all's part or for any of our other guests? Okay, so Shirley, can you speak a little bit to the actual request? So I know we want to get this approved today. So in terms of the easement, can you just make sure the public and our members are informed about what this easement entails?
Sure. So there's two easements. There will be a public easement with MSD. And this board as treasurer, you as officer will need to sign. So we are asking for this board for that approval, and that easement will then get recorded so that in the future, everybody's aware that it exists. There is also a private easement from us, from the board to the property owner for whatever sewer lateral and sewer lines that they need to install that will run from the main into the building. So that easement has also been provided to you, two separate easements. And just to let you know, we have been in contact with both of our lenders, and they both have approved the easements also.
All right, any further questions from any of our board members?
Treasurer Lane, if I could just quickly add, we have consulted with our attorney, Roger Herman. He also represented this board when we sold the property. And this is at full cost to Balboa, and Mr. Callahan has agreed to take care of any of our attorney's fees.
Thank you for adding that, Shirley. All right, so I will entertain a motion. Oh, I know we have Brian early here. Brian, was there anything that you wanted to add or?
No comment.
No, you're good. All right. All right, so I will entertain a motion to approve the to approve the easements.
Motion to approve the easement.
Second, Williams.
Moved by Mr. Freeman, second by Ms. Williams. Ms. Ali, can you take the roll?
Commissioner Tyus, Proxy Kenner,
Aye.
Commissioner Williams,
Aye.
Commissioner Freeman,
Aye.
and Chairman Lane.
Aye. All right, so that is approved. So we are all set. So thank you all for being in attendance and moving this along pretty quickly. 34 minutes -5. So 29 minutes, not bad at all. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, so it's been moved by Mr. Freeman, second by Ms. Kenner. I'll call for previous roll. Any objections? Okay, seeing none, we are adjourned. Have a great Thursday, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thanks,
Bye.
Fred.